Beloved healer, every one of us carries an innate remembrance code, a living archive of wisdom in our breath, our cells, and our bones. You may have forgotten you are the healer, yet you've always carried the map back to your wholeness. Today, as you press into Kidney 1, inhale sacred frankincense, vibrate with the heart-harmonizing resonance of 639 hertz frequency, and sip Tulsi tea, you step into remembrance, transforming that old pain into the power of your awakened healing. Feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, or weighed down by symptoms that don't seem to have a clear cause? This podcast is for the woman who knows, deep in her bones, that true healing doesn't come from quick fixes. It comes from within. Welcome to Natural Healing at Your Fingertips, a space where ancient tools and sacred remembering come together to support your nervous system, your emotions, and your energy. I'm Marci Labor, natural healing practitioner and guide, here to walk beside you with soul-rooted tools like self-acupressure, therapeutic essential oils, and herbal plant allies, not as a checklist, but as gentle companions on your healing journey. Each episode is a remembering, a return to what your body has always known. Together, we'll explore how to release emotional and energetic patterns, one breath, one point, one ritual at a time, because the power to feel better isn't outside of you, it's already in your hands. When you learn an acupressure point, teach one. Together, we can heal 1 million hearts using natural healing at our fingertips. This podcast is for educational purposes only. Always consult a healthcare provider for individual concerns. Let's begin. Welcome back, beautiful soul, to episode 25. Remember your inner healer, ground, reconnect, and activate Kidney 1 and Liver 3. This is the first episode of 5 in our mini-series, Awaken Your Inner Healer, the 5 frequencies of healing. Today we begin our journey through the 5 sacred Solfeggio frequencies, your personal sound ritual for ancestral liberation and lasting vitality. This mini-series is for anyone who's felt the pain of disconnection from their body's wisdom, weighed down by inherited patterns, or years of stuffing your own things back down. We offer you a clear solution, a precise blend of sound frequencies, acupressure, aroma, and a daily devotion to guide you step by step. From remembrance through sacred healing, you'll transform the weight of stress, anxiety, exhaustion, chronic fatigue, grief, and that nameless ache you've carried for so long, questioning, what if it isn't even mine? Through each frequency and ritual, you'll dissolve inherited tension, reclaim vibrancy in your bones, and release energies passed down through generations. As these patterns soften, you emerge with renewed vitality, a clear mind, and an unshakable trust in your inner healer's wisdom. Stay tuned over the next 4 weeks as we integrate each frequency and its unique energetics to complete a revolution in your healing journey. By tuning your awareness to these gateways of sound, you open profound channels in the body and soul. Remembrance is the frequency of 639 hertz, and it clears emotional resistance, harmonizes the heart's frequency, and awakens deep remembrance so you reclaim your innate healing wisdom. Devotion has a frequency of 528 hertz, which resonates with the DNA repair, and it nurtures self-compassion and magnetizes blessings, divine blessings into your life. Precision sharpens with 741 hertz, and it gives you intuitive insight, cleanses energetic clutter, and refines your inner guidance channels, helps you open them and cut away what no longer serves you. Permission resonates at 396 hertz, and it is deep work where it releases guilt and fear, dissolves limiting beliefs, and restores your empowerment to speak and embody your truth. Most importantly, it gives you permission to lay these things down. Sacred Sight resonates at 963 hertz, very high vibration that activates the pineal center in your brain. It expands consciousness, and it bridges your awareness with higher realms for sacred vision. It really helps you see the deeper root of symptoms that are showing up in your body. And today we anchor in remembrance to ground, reconnect, and awaken your life force. This is your sacred invitation to remember your wholeness. This isn't just a podcast. It's a homecoming. If you're here, it's because something you already knows. You're not broken. You're remembering. You're not beginning. You're returning. You've walked with pain and you've held too much. And now you're ready to shift. To remember that your healing is not outside of you. It's right here in your breath, in your body, in your presence. This series is not about information. It's a sacred transmission from me to all of you. A ceremony. I'm not just teaching about ancestral trauma. I'm giving women the physical tools to clear it from their tissues, breath, and nervous system daily. Now that's rare. It's powerful and it's magnetic. In today's episode, we will explore how to activate that code through rituals that ground, release, and realign you with your own wholeness, coming back home to yourself. We will explore an invocation to shift from seeking to remembering, an acupressure ritual where we activate kidney 1 and liver 3 on your feet for grounding and release, the sound healing with 639 hertz frequency. I'll be playing that in the background. Aroma and sip is frankincense essential oil for cellular resurrection and Tulsi tea for heart softening, and daily micro ceremonies to weave remembrance into every moment. Let's begin with an invocation calling in your innate healing wisdom. I call in the wisdom of my breath, the memory in my bones, and the healing encoded in my fingertips. I am not here to learn healing. I am here to remember it. Awakening your inner healer within starts with remembrance. Have you ever felt a whisper in your bones calling you back? A reminder that you hold all the answers within? Something deep inside you already knows how to heal, but you maybe have forgot, or you think you're too busy, you don't make time or space. Today I'll guide you through a simple yet sacred practice that reconnects you to that truth. I'll share a time I had to remember. You know that moment when your body holds that whisper, right? You can't ignore it. It's a knot in your heart, a tremor in your bones telling you something needs to shift. There was a time I forgot too. I had done all the right things, the appointments, the labs, the regimens, the waiting. I wasn't listening to my body. No one could explain why I felt so disconnected. I was tired in my bones, foggy in my head, and very heavy in my heart. That's when I had to stop searching outside of myself. I remember lying on the floor with my hand on my belly and tears in my eyes, exhausted from pushing. In that stillness, I simply asked, "What do you need, body?" And slowly I listened, not to a podcast, not to another protocol, to me. And that day I pressed into kidney 1, the bubbling spring acupressure point on the sole of my foot. As I pressed, I whispered, I am safe to return to my own body's wisdom. I used frankincense essential oil on my feet, and I made a warm cup of Tulsi tea. I didn't try to fix myself. I tried to feel myself. And that was the day I began to remember, not as a practitioner, but as a woman, as a healer of my own story. And if you're listening now, maybe that's where you are too. You're not behind, you're not broken, you're simply returning inward. Since ancient times, specific sound frequencies have been used in rituals, healing temples, sacred ceremonies. It's to awaken the body's natural memory of balance and harmony, of wholeness. These are the Solfeggio frequencies, the vibrational tones believed to activate our energetic centers and bring harmony to our heart, our mind, and our spirit. The ancient monks used these Solfeggio tones in their Gregorian chants. They open subtle energy channels, helping us realign with our natural rhythm. Even if you've never worked with sound healing before, you may find these tones feel very familiar, as if they're calling something ancient within you to rise. I think they're encoded in our DNA. They clear the discordant energy that creates resistance to healing and they brighten your body's resonance. They make space for your wholeness to return. Maybe you're not sure how to begin. Maybe you've been running on empty, or maybe you've forgotten what it feels like to feel like you. That's okay. That's where remembrance begins. You don't have to know all the answers, and you don't have to get it right all at once. Remembrance is going to happen to you in waves. You're allowed to return to yourself gently. Each time you do, more of your truth rises. Let this ritual be your personal return. Remembrance isn't about going back. It's about returning to what's always inside you. We are awakening your inner healer. Your healing doesn't come from doing more. It comes from remembering you are already whole. Sound vibrations carry the memory. When you listen to these frequencies, you're not just hearing the sound. You are bathing in that energetic field that awakens cellular remembrance. And you do align and realign your subtle body. 639 hertz opens the heart's wisdom, inviting emotional harmony and reconnection, encouraging your cells to communicate with their surroundings, creating harmonious relationships of understanding, tolerance, and love, most especially with yourself. Another frequency is 432 hertz, and that touches the earth's resonance, grounding you deeply and supporting your innate capacity to remember. Today, I'm going to be sharing 639 hertz during this transmission. Listen to these healing frequencies on your own on YouTube. You will find many to choose from, short ones, long ones, even for overnight listening to retune your energetic field while you sleep. I'll leave you some links in the show notes. We're going to explore acupressure as part of this grounding ritual so that we can activate our life force energy. The kidney 1 point, abbreviated as KI1 or KD1, also known as bubbling spring or rushing spring, is our direct link to the Earth's life force energy, an anchoring gateway where our foundational chi gathers, right at the rushing spring. By stimulating this bubbling spring, we invite grounding remembrance into our entire being, recalling the inherent well of vitality hidden within our roots and awakening the memory of wholeness launched in ourselves. And liver 3 is abbreviated as LV3, also known as Great Rushing. It serves as the perfect counterpart. It shifts stagnant energy and unravels emotional blockages that keep your inner healing muted. And when you press into this point, between the first and second toes and the top of your foot, you activate a surge of generative flow, releasing old patterns of resistance and reigniting the clarity needed to remember your own healer's wisdom. And we've done these points together in related episodes. And Kidney 1 was a deep dive in episode 22, Caring What Was Never Yours. And Liver 3 insights were shared first in episode 2, From Western Medicine to Inner Bliss. It's one of the first points that I learned, and I absolutely adore Liver 3 for opening up and releasing. I'll share those links for you as well, and you can listen to them if you would like some deeper healing and insights with me cueing points for the purposes in those episodes. Before we begin, remember, you are not separate from the healing energy you seek. Your body is a living torus, an energetic flow drawing wisdom down from the cosmos, down into your body, and releasing what no longer serves back into the earth. We simply remember to connect our meridians to our divine intelligence. As we stimulate Kidney 1 and Liver 3 together, I will play the 639 hertz tone. Notice how the frequency and the points work in concert, planting seeds of deep remembrance in your cells. This is more than sound or touch. It's a portal to your soul's true rhythm. Let's drop into remembrance together. I will cue the points. All you really need to do is follow my cues. Here's how to activate Kidney 1 and Liver 3 for our grounding and release. To locate the Kidney 1 point, I want you to sit comfortably and cross your left leg across your right knee. Now look at the sole of your left foot just underneath the ball of your foot in the tender hollow. And place your index and your middle fingers of your right hand on the ball of your left foot. Good. Now slide your fingers down the ball of your foot to where it meets the arch of your foot. Just at the top, this tender spot is kidney 1. Now, keeping all of that, I want you to place your thumb on top of your foot on liver 3. To locate liver 3, the great rushing point, you're going to trace your thumb up the inner edge of your big toe and your second toe, up onto the foot to where the bones meet. It forms a V shape. Good. Now draw your thumb back towards your toe slightly and allow your thumb to fall on the dip in front of the V where the bones meet. Now you're placing your fingers under your foot on kidney 1 in the hollow beneath the ball of your foot, and you have your thumb on the top directly above it in the divot right below the bones on liver 3. Apply gentle but firm pressure to both of these points simultaneously. Simulate gushing spring and great rushing using your index and middle fingers underneath and your thumb on top. Apply gentle but firm pressure in a small circular motion and adjust the pressure to what feels good for you. You can use this in tandem in one full circular motion. You can also use a small push-pull motion that I like to do, moving side to side, upward against the ball of your foot, and then back down slightly towards the center of your arch, and continue to hold pressure on the top as well. Let's focus on our breathing. We're going to inhale for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 4. Visualize energy releasing through liver 3 on the top of your foot, and energy grounding through kidney 1, and light spiraling through you like a torus. You are energy. You are remembering this. You are home. Let's continue stimulating these 2 acupressure points for another 5 to 10 seconds. To close the energy, gently brush your fingertips and your thumb over kidney 1 and liver 3 on your left foot. Now switch sides and locate kidney 1, the gushing spring, on the sole of your right foot, and liver 3, the great rushing, on the top of your foot, in the same exact location, in the exact same manner as we did for the previous foot. I'll give you a few moments to locate and drop into these grounding points. This time, try this. Reverse the position of your fingers and thumb on the acupressure points. Activate the sacred energy, this time using your index and middle fingers on liver 3 on the top of your foot, and wrap your thumb underneath and activate kidney 1. Apply gentle but firm pressure in a circular motion. Adjust the pressure to what feels good for you. You can also use a small push-pull motion, moving side to side and sliding a little upward and back down from the ball of your foot and towards the arch. Focus on your breathing in deeply through your nose for a count of 4. And let your breath move slowly out of your mouth for a count of 4. Breathe this electromagnetic energy up through bubbling spring on the bottom of your foot, out into all of your organs and all the way out to your fingertips. Take another deep, full breath and imagine this energy pulling up through the crown of your head and out into the ether. This is your portal between heaven and earth, where burdens can return to the soil of life. Breathe in, and then draw the energy back down and out through your feet. Continue stimulating these acupressure points for another 5 to 10 seconds. Close the energy by gently brushing your fingertips over kidney 1 and liver 3 on your right foot. Simply sit still for a minute. Listen into your body. Notice how you feel. Can you sense awakening your inner healer? Are you a bit more calm? Did you get a rush of energy? Take one final deep breath in and exhale at your own pace. As I always do, I'm going to bring in an essential oil as ancient medicine for cellular remembrance. Today, we're going to use frankincense. Frankincense is one of the oldest medicines known to humankind. It's revered in ancient temples and apothecaries for its purifying and regenerative properties. It's a resin, and it carries energetics of cellular resurrection, lighting up your body's memory of vitality and guiding each cell back into coherent well-being. Frankincense has supported emotional clearing, spiritual connection, cellular regeneration for thousands of years. It's not just a scent, it's a signal, a reminder to breathe deeper and stand taller, reconnect with your higher self, and its sacred remembrance in aroma, calling you back to your healing origin. Here's how to use it. Place a drop in your palms. Take it up to your nose and inhale it 3 times deeply. You can massage it into the soles of your feet, into the top of your foot over kidney 1 and liver 3. It's a really wonderful thing to do. If you only have a short micro burst to do something, I recommend that you smell and take in the scent and the aroma into your body and your bloodstream. Now I will talk to you about the healing benefit in a tea ceremony. Tulsi tea, also known as holy basil, is used for inner harmony. And holy basil earns the title Mother of Herbs because she embodies the very essence of nurturing protection and resilience that every healer seeks. It's revered in the Ayurvedic traditions and Hindu lore as a living goddess, an avatar of Lakshmi and Vishnu. Tulsi offers adaptogenic support. She helps your body adapt to stress, balancing cortisol levels, and soothing both mind and your nervous system, like a mother calming a child's fears with cool fingers just running across her forehead. Rich in antioxidants, phytonutrients, and gentle tonics, Tulsi supports immune resilience, respiratory health, and digestive ease, cradling every system in your body with loving care. It's a spiritual anchor. In sacred ceremonies, Tulsi leaves are used to purify spaces, invite clarity, and deepen meditation, always guiding you back to your inner sanctuary and reminding you of your own innate wisdom. Just as a mother holds you safe through stormy nights, Tulsi's vibrant energetics are cooling and clarifying and heart-opening, and they whisper, "You're held, you're home." And every sip of her tea you drink in a lineage of care that empowers you to remember and to reclaim your own healing sovereignty. And here's how to prepare it. You steep 1 teaspoon or more of dried Tulsi leaves in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes, and you cover it, and then you turn the heat off. And while it's cooling, it's still warm, add organic honey to enhance the flavor and offer deep nourishment to your cells. Then sip slowly and breathe with each sip. This helps stimulate your intuition, and here's how you hear your body's healing cues. Do you ever think you're hearing your body's healing cues? You've likely had moments when your intuition whispers, "This oil calms me. This tea helps me feel like myself. This point on my foot, it shifts something inside." That's not random. That's remembrance. Remembrance is more than memory. It's the active, loving return to every part of you back to wholeness. By consciously engaging body, breath, and lineage, you realign with the wisdom that has always lived within. You're born with it. You are simply remembering all parts of yourself at the deepest level, and that's where healing truly begins. Before we move into the physical practice, take a moment to feel into where any tension or heaviness still lives in your body. Perhaps you might still have a feeling in your belly or a tightness in your chest, or restlessness that you can't shake. We're going to do a roots and wings ritual, and it meets that very pain point by offering a dynamic flow. It's descending into the earth, stabilizing support, and then uplifting towards spacious freedom. The act of inhaling grounded energy into kidney 1 and exhaling expansive light from liver 3 becomes a moving meditation that transforms stuck energy into fluid remembrance, energetically anchoring you in your body while simultaneously opening you to the clarity and liberation that have always been your birthright. Now close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. Sit with your feet on the floor, on the earth, with your hands on your thighs. Inhale roots growing through kidney 1 and feel the earth's grounding energy pouring into your bones, stabilizing your nervous system and anchoring your presence. Exhale wings unfurling from the top of your foot at liver 3 and imagine the energy you are releasing to simply fly away with wings. Sense the lightness in your spirit as old tensions release, creating space for clarity and newfound freedom. Repeat this 3 times, grounded and free. Inhale roots through kidney 1. Draw earth grounding energy into your bones. And exhale wings through liver 3. Let's take 1 deep inhale together through our nose. And hold for a count of 4. And exhale out slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Here's my closing reminder for you, returning healer. You're not here to chase healing. You're here to remember all parts of yourself, to play in crescendo like an orchestrated symphony and awaken your inner healer. You can embody your radiant healer. I feel this in my bones. If you are here with me, you've always felt the world more deeply than most. You've carried weight and wisdom. Healing isn't a task. It's remembering who you are. With each breath, each point, each sip, you return to the rooted, radiant healer you were designed to be. Most importantly, you keep saying yes. Yes to more wellness. Yes to more vitality. Yes to your truth. Yes to your lineage that lives in your subconscious. Let these rituals be a beacon guiding you home. Whisper this mantra: I remember who I am. You can do these rituals as micro ceremonies. Get in your morning coffee, touch liver 3 with your finger or the big toe of your opposite foot. Waiting in line, take frankincense out of your purse and inhale it, or quietly hum the 639 hertz tone. Keep remembering. Use these rituals to break through the noise, to find the time and the space to heal. May you always come home to your wholeness. Your soul will leave the light on. Share your remembrance moment. Post your ritual on social media with #Remembrance Ritual and tag me at Healing Touch Natural Essentials. Tag a friend and invite them home. Guide somebody through a mini ceremony. These acts ripple out, reminding us that remembrance lives in every choice to show up whole. If you haven't yet received your sacred gift from me, I'd love to share something that will support you right now. Shift from stress to bliss in 60 seconds. It's a free audio and PDF guide that walks you through the acupressure point pericardium 6 on your wrist, your inner gate, a calming, heart-softening, breath-deepening ritual you can return to anytime and anywhere. This is peace in your palm, a moment of nervous system reset, a sacred breath for you and someone you love. Just click the link in the show notes or visit healingtouchnaturalessentials.com and it will be delivered straight to your inbox. Please share it forward. The world needs more healing hands. If you feel it in your heart, leave a 5-star review if this episode stirred your remembering. It lights the path for others to come home. If you're a visual learner, remember you can download your free Kidney 1 and Liver 3 Remembrance Ritual PDFs. The link will be in the show notes to my blog. Next up is devotion and soul level healing. So stay tuned for episode 26, where we explore devotion, how I master staying true to my deepest desire to heal at the soul level. Until next time, remember, you are not too much. You are not behind. You are not here to learn healing. You are healing, one sacred ritual at a time. You don't need to seek healing outside anymore. You already carry the wisdom and the rhythm. If you want to know what's really holding you back, go find it. Every time you look inward and return to your body, you return to your power to heal. The seed is sown, your breath knows, your body remembers. I trust the healing is already unfolding. That's my healing touch for today. With love and gratitude, thank you for tuning into this episode. It's because of you that I keep shining my light through my voice and my hands. I'm thrilled to be your guide on this journey to holistic wellness. Before you go, remember to hit the follow button so you never miss an episode, and be sure to follow my blog for visuals of all the acupressure PDFs to enhance your learning. I'm Marci Labor, and I'll meet you here next time on Natural Healing at Your Fingertips.